Hello, my dears. How are you? Sorry, I'm going to wobble you a little bit. I hope you are well. Let's see here. Do I want to do that or what do I want to do here? I think I want to do that. Okay. How are you? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I've got my confetti earrings. That's what I call them, confetti. Um, quick lesson. You know everything. There's a lesson in almost everything. Um, this material is Ankara, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. The material comes from West Africa. It's African material. And little strips were put on a hoop. Yeah. So they're kind of a cultural thing, which is really nice. And they're fluffy and they're over the top. And I'm over the top. So it works. Um, so I wanted to do a little comment in reference to one of my friends did a video today, and she was talking about how lazy men are. Women aren't any better. There was a guy that I read his comment that he had taken a young lady on a date, and she proceeded to ghost him afterwards, which I thought was disgusting and despicable and rude as hell. So this isn't a man-woman thing. I'm battering men, and I really hate men, and women are perfect angels. Women are not angels. They are vindictive. They can be hateful and nasty. And manners and respect need to make a goddamn comeback. I'm sorry. Thank you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry that, what I did or said hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. We need to come back to freaking manners. And I'm really sick and tired of people not having manners. Okay. Let me go back to the Ankara for a minute. I just jumped on a roll. So this is kind of a cultural thing, West African thing, and I love it. I think it's just amazing. So one time I went out with some friends, and I had my hair curly, and I had a big old wrap, but it was made in a bow. It was really cute. Well, one of the people there said something along the lines of, "Your hair is really cute. It looks better without the bow." First of all, I think that is okay. I'm gonna go there for a minute. You know me, I'm gonna go there. People who are white, not all white people, but some white people don't understand culture. They don't understand, and it's probably not just a white thing, but I see it a lot with white people. They don't understand cultural differences. If it's odd to them, they think you should abolish it and quit doing it because they're not used to it. I do head wraps a lot. I love them. But if you don't understand that it's a cultural thing, you should probably not only close your mouth, but you should, if you're gonna open your mouth, don't say something derogatory just because you don't understand that it's a cultural thing. Your hair looks better without the bow and without the hair. I like head wraps. If somebody can't handle that I wear head wraps, there's the door, get out. I love them. I used to wear them a long time ago. My girlfriend, she got me into them, and we'd go out together and we'd both have one on, and she introduced me to them. And I really loved it. But the material that I was wearing back then was not like, it's not stretchable and it's not forgiving, and I guess I didn't have experience with tying them and doing all these little doodads that I like to do. I didn't know how to do all that back then, and my head was super prone to headaches, so I quit wearing them altogether. And then I discovered how to tie them, and I kind of slowly creeped into the world again. And it becomes addictive, and you learn all these funky, weird, no, I don't want to say weird, but these funky, crazy, quirky ways of doing it with multiple at the same time. And you could twist this way and twist that way and do and different materials have different effects. Wax printed material, which is typical of Ankara material, that you can make it go splayed out and just do all kinds of exotic looks. Um, and I think it's really cool. It's really cultural. It's really different. I think it's beautiful. My roots are West Indian, so honey color is not an unfamiliar thing to me. I love it. I absolutely love it. Color and splash and feathers and sequins, and that's just me. And that probably stems from my culture. I'm West Indian. So the mother is from Trinidad and Tobago, which is in the West Indies. So right above Venezuela, if you want to know exactly where, it's a bunch of islands right above Venezuela. So you have to respect someone's culture, and just because, don't be a Karen. And if you're a guy, Karen, you're probably a Ken. Don't be a Ken or a Karen. Don't say something stupid and dumb and, well, that doesn't look as good as. Shut up. Shut up. If it's something you don't understand, ask. Oh, I noticed that you do, splash. Does that have a particular meaning or anything like that? Well, it's African. I love it. I love the cultures. I'm West Indian. We love color. We love splash. We love, that's just cultural. It's in our genes for years and years and years and decades and whatever. It's just something that we love. Like I said, feathers and sequins and sparkle and glitter and you know I just love it. I love all of that. It's a cultural thing. So don't tell somebody. That's pretty insulting to tell somebody, well, you shouldn't do that. Don't tell a grown ass person what they should or should not do, what they should and should not wear. Respect it. It's different. Respect it. If you don't respect it or it's not your thing, just keep your fucking mouth shut. If you can be rude and say this, my hair looks better without it, I can be rude and say you should shut the hell up and mind your business. I'm trying to come down with something pissing me off. So I got the scratchy throat. I'm taking echinacea and golden seal twice a day, every day for 7 days. It's nature's antibiotic. It works for me. I am not claiming it works for everybody. It's a perfect healer. I'm not making no claims on it. I'm just here to tell you that it works for me. When you're in the beginning stages of, you just can tell that you're just not 100%. You start taking it 2 a day or 2 twice a day with a meal or a snack or something like that for 7 days, and it should get it gone. If you catch it in the very, very beginning, you can get it to stop. It's echinacea and golden seal. It's combined. So you don't buy them separately and take them separately. It's combined in a capsule. So you take 2 twice a day. So you're taking 4 a day. And it works for me. May not work for you, or it may work splendidly for you. It's just something that I do and it works for me. If whatever the cold or whatever you're trying to get is already kicked in, it can take the edge off. But it can stop it in its tracks if you catch it early enough. And that's what I do. So once I realized my throat was getting scratchy, I'm like, yeah, we're not playing that game. Echinacea and golden seal to the rescue. So anyway, so bottom line is, if there's something cultural that you don't understand, either shut your mouth about it or ask questions out of curiosity, because that is an opportunity to learn. Insulting people is not going to make them remember you in a good way. And I'm rebellious. You say something snarky about what I'm doing, I'll do it every fucking day. That's just how I roll. In your face every single day. Because it's none of your damn business. And if you don't like it, take your eyes and shove them over there and stay out of it. Just shut up and stay out of it. I'm going to give you a prime example. And this isn't a cultural thing. This is just what somebody is into that I'm not into. But I have a curious nature, so I like to ask questions because I'm like, wow. So I saw a girl. I didn't know this at the time. She was working at a shoe store that I used to go to all the time, and she had barbells around her neck. I don't remember if it was all the way around. I think it was just in the front. Piercing barbells. Boom, 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 right next to each other, all the way around. She just had it done so it was beet red all around here. Would I ever do that? No. But that's her thing. And guess what? That's okay. I just said, oh my God, did that hurt? And she goes, no, not really. I'm like, oh, oh, hurts me just looking at it, right? But I was fascinated by it. I'm not going to go, oh, barbells in your neck? That's a little much, don't you think? That's none of my damn business. So we have to learn to embrace each other's differences. And if it's the person is Muslim or they're from the islands or they are African, Jamaican, from Barbados, wherever the hell they're from, if they do something that is totally out of the norm, you don't see people do that all the time. That's an opportunity for you to do one of two things: either shut your mouth and mind your business, or open your mouth and ask questions and embrace the differences and just tuck that in your hat like, oh, that's intriguing. I didn't know that. And you move on with life. Don't be an asshole. Anyway, again, we need to go back to manners, respect. I remember one time, and I'm just going to go on a little roll for now. I'm almost done. um, I wore a magnetic nose ring before I got my nose pierced, and this lady in the store, which is a college town, you're going to see purple hair, blue hair, piercings all up and down. It's a college town. People do what the freaking hell they want to do. If you can't handle that, you need to go live in a town where everybody does the same thing all the time. Nobody does nothing to the left. Okay, you need to just go to boring town and keep your ass over there. But anyway, I had a magnetic nose ring because I was learning to, see if that's something I really wanted to do, and if I wanted to do the investment of getting, committing to actually getting a piercing in my nose. And I was in the store, and the lady was just like, she looked like she hasn't had a poo in like 6 months. So you know what I did? I wore it every single day. I'm not from here. I'm not from cow country. I'm from New York, Connecticut area. We do all kinds of exotic things over there. You're going to see people from all over the world. You're going to see people wearing head wraps. You're going to see people in African garb. You're going to see people from literally every country in the world in New York. If you can't handle visual diversity, then you probably, even in a college town, you're going to see piercings here, dermal piercings, whatever you call this. You're going to see all kinds of craziness. People are unique. Some people are going to wear leggings that are like all types of wild colors. If that offends you, get your ass to Boring Town or walk around with blinders on. You know what horses wear? Those blinders that have this, and you can only see what's in front of you, but you might see somebody in front of you that's wearing something that you're like, ugh. Mind your business. Shut your mouth about it, or embrace the opportunity to learn something and to go, oh, okay, well, I never saw that before. That's really interesting. That's how people learn. That's how people get smarter. They embrace the differences and they learn. They ask questions. They don't get offended and make somebody remember you forever for all the bad, all the worst reasons. Anyway, so she was talking about Shahrazad Morgan. She was talking about how lazy men are and how they don't want to ask you out. Women are no better. Like I said, I read this comment where a guy said he took her out on a date. She ghosted him afterwards, which I thought was really, I apologized to him on her behalf. I said that was rude and disgusting. That was just out of control. I can't remember how I worded it, but that's out of control. You don't do that. Look, I'm getting really fucking tired of people not having manners, not having respect, not saying thank you. I appreciate that. All you have to say, instead of ghosting the person, which is extremely childish. If you've already gone out with the person, come on, you're ghosting them, really? You can't say, thank you for the date. And then he says, well, I'd like to take you out again. I didn't feel chemistry. Nothing against you personally, but I just didn't feel any chemistry. But I did have a good time, so thank you. That's all you have to do. You don't run away like a little bitch and hide. I just don't understand people. I never will. I will never understand why they behave the way they do. I just don't get it. It don't make no sense. Manners. Let's bring manners back. Let's have a manners comeback, shall we? Respect, manners, thank you. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you again. The date didn't work for me. I had a great time, but we're not compatible, but I wish you the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Or I don't feel a connection, but why don't we stay in touch and remain friends? I think you're a cool person. We get along great. Let's be friends. Let's have some freaking manners for a change. People make me sick. So this individual who got blocked, he's in the same town I'm in, and he says, you know, this is where I go play pool all the time. Why don't you come over there? Because I'd love to meet you. Again, that's somebody being lazy as hell. I don't want to go out of my way to meet you, but I want to go to where I hang out because that's what I like to do. And you could come over and see me. I'm not doing anything extra to meet you. You won't come to me. No, I'm not. You're lazy right out the gate. When you're supposed to be impressing a person, and I don't mean fake impressing like a narcissist would. I'm going to fake that I'm a great guy or great girl, and you find out that they're a fuck up on every level there is. I'm talking about normal people. Normal people try to make an impression. Normal people are like, let me go above and beyond because you're worth it. They're not going to be like, I'm going to sit on my throne and you could come to me, you little peasant. Disgusting behavior, lazy, and he's a smoker on top of that. 2 strikes, you're out. Smoking is nasty. I don't care what anybody says, it's nasty. It stinks. If it smelled like lilac, which is one of my favorite scents, or lavender, which is one of my favorite scents, I'd be okay with that. If you kill yourself, that's on you. But it smells good. It stinks to high heaven. Okay? A rotting corpse probably smells better. It stinks to high heaven. You're putting it in your body, which is going to eventually, potentially take your life, but you're willing to take that chance. And then you get romantically involved with somebody, and when you kill yourself, you're on your way to death's door because you have lung cancer now. You expect your partner to hold your hand and wipe your forehead and be there for you when you did it to yourself on purpose. Do you think that's fair to your partner? Do you think that's fair to your kids? Do you think that's fair to your kids and your grandkids? Your parents, if they're still alive? They have to watch you die an excruciatingly painful death because you couldn't stop doing this shit? Come on. Yes, you're addicted, but you started it in the first place. You weren't born addicted. You became addicted because you did it to yourself. Nasty, disgusting habit. Gross. For those of you who smoke, I'm hoping one day you quit. Like I said, if it smelled like lilacs or lavender, I'd be okay with it. If you kill yourself, that's on you. I got something out of it. It smells good. It don't even smell good. It's gross. Ugh. Anyway, so, ugh. People just don't care anymore. That's the reality. Men and women both. They don't give a shit. I've seen a video, or not a video. I seen a picture with a dude on a so-called dating site where the back of the picture is gross. Dirty dishes everywhere, things toppled all over the place. There's no room on the counter to even make a sandwich. You don't need to look for a partner. You need to look for a maid because you obviously can't clean. You're incapable of cleaning. So you need a maid. Who the hell wants to go out with someone who's that filthy? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, people with their beard, all kind of ways, their hair, all kinds of ways. They don't give a shit. I'm not going to get a haircut. I'm not going to trim my beard. For women, I'm not going to dress decent in their picture. I'm not going to put on any makeup. I'm not even going to comb my hair. People don't have love for themselves anymore. They don't have respect for themselves anymore. How can they respect other people when they don't even respect themselves? You don't even have pride in your own appearance. You don't have pride in your own appearance. I seen a girl one year. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. She was wearing these pants that are like a velour type, what we wore back in the day, velour, and her pants were like a tan color. But you could see through them. She had no underwears on, and she was in the supermarket like that. I kept staring at her naked butt in her pants like, uh, what is happening right now? How can a person respect other people when they don't respect themselves? So the respect has to start with you. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress. You don't need your boobs doing a cartwheel out of your shirt. That's not necessary. There was a lady who was like mega classy. I think it's Dominique Sachet. Was it her? Anyway, she was talking about how to have class. And she was addressing women. Do you know how many of those women snapped on her? The problem is your dumb bitch mother didn't bother to teach you any fucking manners. Do you know how many people out there, and I'm going to go there because I don't care. You know how many parents, so-called parents, are out there and all they did was screw and have kids because I need you to take over the business one day, or I need bragging rights just so I can brag and tell everybody I have kids. But they didn't teach them shit. So you get used to spinning out of control in your life because you have no guidance and no boundaries. So somebody's trying to give you loving advice. This is what you do. If you wear a see-through skirt, you wear a slip underneath it. If you have a low cut top, you can wear a modesty panel with it. So your cleavage is not flipping out into somebody's eyeballs. Kaboing! Your tits in somebody's eyes. Someone's trying to give you loving advice and you get mad? You better embrace it because you didn't have that shit growing up. You didn't have any rules, regulations, boundaries, nothing. That's why you're spinning out of control. And that's why you're getting mad when someone's trying to guide you because you are an idiot and you don't know any better. And instead of embracing the knowledge, which is what you should do, you get mad at that person. Okay, I digress. Manners of respect needs to make a comeback. Manners of respect needs to make a comeback. We need to start saying thank you every day. I'm sorry. Thank you. It was great to hear your voice. Thank you for calling me. I'll get back to you later on. Manners, 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 manners. Let's try that. And if you practice every day, you'll get to the point where you're used to it. You're not only used to it, but you like it. And you teach other people to have manners, hopefully. Knock on wood. Okay? I mean, come on. But yeah, dating is just, people are just extremely lazy. I'm going to sit on my couch, watch TV, do this on my phone, and hope that a relationship falls in my lap. Let me know how that works for you, lazy ass. Let me know how that works for you. Women too. Or women are playing men for their money. I'll go out with all these different guys because I get free coffee and free meals. One chick was on the news bragging about it. I'm like, you're a dumb bitch. Because everybody sees your face now, and hopefully guys will get a clue. When I see her, I'm running in the opposite direction because you're not taking advantage of me. You not only took advantage of people, but you bragged about it. Wow. Really? Come on, people. So, bottom line is this. You're going to have to give yourself the love that people can't give you and refuse to give you. You're going to have to give it, have to give it to yourself. You're going to have to learn to meditate, exercise, do yoga, watch what you eat, fruits and vegetables, which I'm improving on, trying to. Whatever hobby, maybe you could develop a hobby. Once you get hooked into a hobby that grabs you, you're going to get sucked in so hard. It happened to me. It happened with me with the kayaking, which the weather doesn't always permit for that, obviously. In fact, I was supposed to go tomorrow, but I'm not going to go because Mother Nature said, nope, I'm going to rain on your ass. And since I don't have a skirt for my boat, because they don't make them for my boat, I don't want to be caught in the rain because that's just not good. A skirt is basically you sit in the kayak and it covers your body, the back and the front. Okay, it's a cover and it keeps rain out, water out, that kind of thing. It's a skirt. It's called a skirt, and I don't have one. So I have one, but it's not really the most. I don't know. It's just not the best. My friend Jimmy'd one for me. He basically helped me create one. It's just not ideal. And I just don't want to be in the rain. 70% chance of rain. Well, forget about it. And I did the back in the day I did crocheting, which is addictive. I had to quit because I was making my arms very sore. The repetitive is making my arms sore. I have fibro, so I have chronic pain. But it was addictive. I ain't gonna lie, it's very addictive. It was going to be a practice piece, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it literally became a blanket. My friend was like, "Oh, that's going to be a table cover, a tablecloth. Oh, that's going to be a car cover." And then and I was laughing hysterically, a car cover, because I couldn't stop. And then the person said, "Oh," and then it became a blanket. So find something that makes you something that you're interested in, and expand on that interest and see where it takes you. Because if you're looking for love, or you're looking for a relationship, or you're looking for someone to fulfill you, that is not the world we live in. That is not the world we live in. I think that teenagers, 20 something year olds, maybe 30 something year olds, they're more receptive to a relationship, maybe, but that's a maybe too. They're not as angry and bitter and cynical and hating the opposite gender or same gender, whatever you're into. They're not into hating because they haven't had enough life experience and divorces under their belt yet to be mad and, resentful and all that. But because we live in a society where women are banging guys just because you talk to me, I don't think they're always intoxicated. I think that the intoxication just gives them the cojones to do it. But I think I know people, two women who spread like peanut butter, baby. You don't have to take them on a date. All you have to do is say, "Hey, how are you?" And you're guaranteed to get it. As long as we live in a society where women are just throwing their poon up in the air and men can catch it, there's no incentive for him to take you out and treat you like a lady because you're not acting like a lady. And that hurts all the women. Beneficial for all the men, not beneficial for women who want something more than a lay. So you're going to have to give yourself, time to get to know who you are, read self-help books, watch professional self-help videos. Embrace who you are as a person, the core of who you are. Learn who you are at the core level and give yourself the love that people can't give you anymore. That we don't live in that world. People don't want to fall in love, they want to fall in bed. Let me repeat that. People don't want to fall in love, they want to fall in bed. So until that mentality changes, and I don't ever see it changing, I'm going to just be honest with you, I don't think that's ever going to change. People are going to learn the hard way when, again, they're in the hospital by themselves. Their parent dies, there's no one there to comfort them. The person that you're laying sexually is not going to be there for you because all you are to them is a lay. So when you have significant drama in your life, no one's going to be there for you. And that's when people will start to get a clue, but it's going to have to take them falling on their face before they realize that this continual modern behavior is not working. But they're going to have to face some serious consequences before they come to that conclusion. And the sad part is they may still not come to the conclusion that relationships and a real connection makes life more valuable than banging strangers. People haven't come to that realization yet. So until they do, I don't know. It's just not going to be a good situation for a lot of people. So you have to give yourself the self-love. Learn how to improve yourself. Learn who you are, like I said, at the core level. Get yourself into yoga. Get yourself into meditation. Join a fitness group. Join a poem poetry group, book lovers club, or whatever. Find out what works for you that turns you on, because the other, like I said, the relationship stuff, that's not working for anybody. It's just not working. And I'm talking normal people, not disordered people. Normal people, it's just not working out. For manipulators, it works because they're manipulating, they're playing people and giving them false hope. But for normal people, it's not happening. It's just not happening. All right? I love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. Talk to you later.